control and coordination. Coordination in plants.
Dear children, welcome to the biology class. Children, we know animals have nervous system for controlling and coordinating the life activities of the body. But what about plants? They have neither nervous system or muscles, but they also respond to stimuli. Have you any doubt? Let's see. Say, this is a touch me not plant of Mimosa family. When I touch, it begins to fall down and droop. Without nervous system and muscles, how do they move? Towards which stimuli it responds? Yes, it responds towards the stimulus touch. See, I just touched the tip of the leaf, but the whole leaf was folded. That means the information that touch has occurred must be communicated. Just like us, the plants also use electrical, chemical messages to convey this information from cell to cell. But plants do not have neuron-like specialized tissue to conduct this information. Like our muscle cells, some cells in plants also change their shape in order to movement happen. Our muscle cells have specialized protein to help in the change their shape. But in plant cells, they change their shape by changing the amount of water in them, resulting swelling or shrinking, and therefore changing their shapes. Now let's watch it.
Topic: Turgor pressure. Why does a touch-me-not plant close? Hey, don't touch that plant. You will get scared.
Oh.
See, you did not listen to me. Don't worry, nothing to be scared about. Let me tell you more about this plant. This plant is called the Mimosa pudica plant. Another name for it is touch-me-not plant.
Oh.
When anyone touches this plant, it closes its leaves with the help of pulvini. Pulvini are present at the base of each leaflet. They consist of cells filled with water. This water applies pressure against the walls of the cells. This pressure is called the turgor pressure.
Oh.
It helps the leaflets to stand upright. Now, when we touch a leaflet of the touch-me-not plant, specific parts of the plant release certain chemicals. These chemicals cause the cells in the pulvini to lose water. When water is lost, there's no more turgor pressure. As a result, the cells collapse, resulting in the closing of leaflets.
Oh.
Movement in mimosa leaves doesn't involve growth. What about the movement of root when the seed germinates? Yes, it involves growth. Based on that, we can divide the movements into two. They are nastic movement and tropic movement. Nastic movement doesn't involve growth, but the tropic movement involves growth. See the difference between nastic movement and tropic movement.
Tropic movements are unidirectional response to the stimulus. Nastic movements are non-directional response to the stimulus. Tropic movements are growth-dependent movements and nastic movements growth-independent movements. Tropic movements are more or less permanent and irreversible. Nastic movements temporary and reversible. Tropic movements found in all plants, but nastic movements found only in a few specialized plants like mimosa plant. Tropic movement showing slow action and nastic movement showing immediate action.
Different kinds of tropic movements. It can be either towards the stimulus or away from the stimulus. If it is towards the stimulus, we can say it is positive tropic movement. If it is away from the stimulus, we can say it is negative tropic movement.
Phototropism. The tropic movement of plants towards the light or away from the light is called phototropism. Positive phototropism. Movement of stem of a plant towards light is an example for positive phototropism. Negative phototropism. Movement of roots away from light is an example for negative phototropism. Geotropism. It refers to the growth movements of plants in response to the gravity or pull of earth. Positive geotropism. Movement of roots towards gravity is an example for positive geotropism. Negative geotropism. Upward movement of shoots is an example for negative geotropism. Hydrotropism. It is the movement of a plant in response to water. Positive hydrotropism. Growth of roots of a plant towards water in soil is an example for positive hydrotropism. Negative hydrotropism. Growth of shoots away from the water is an example for negative hydrotropism. Chemotropism. The growth of a plant part due to chemical stimulus is known as chemotropism. Positive chemotropism. Growth of pollen tubes towards ovule is an example for positive chemotropism. Carpel is the female reproductive part of a flower. Its part which receives pollen grains is called stigma. On attaining maturity, stigma secretes sugary substances or chemicals into the style. The pollen grains present on the stigma in response to the sugary substances secreted by the stigma develop a tube-like structure which is called pollen tube. This pollen tube elongates and reaches to ovule situated in the ovary so that fertilization can be carried out. The growth of the pollen tube inside the style in response to sugary substances secreted by stigma is an example of chemotropism. Negative chemotropism. Plant roots move away from harmful acids is an example for negative chemotropism. Plant hormones. A plant hormone is a chemical substance which is produced naturally in the plant and regulate growth and physiological processes to bring about control and coordination of various activities in plants. Auxin. It is a growth hormone which helps in cell enlargement and cell differentiation. It also promotes fruit growth. Gibberellin. It helps in the growth of the stem. Cytokinin. It promotes the cell division. It present in high concentration in the areas of rapid cell division such as fruits and seeds. Abscisic acid. They are responsible for inhibiting or checking the growth. It also causes wilting of the leaves. Now let's see one more example for movement due to growth. Some plants like the pea plant climb up other plants or fences by means of tendrils. These tendrils are sensitive to touch. When a tendril comes in contact with a support, then the part of the tendril away from the support grows more rapidly than the part of the tendril that is in contact with the object. Thus, the tendril circles around the object and appears to cling to it.
So children, learn well. Let's see you on next class. Thank you.